Saturday, so you know what that means for me. Farmer's market, refresh my fridge, refresh my cupboards, and just get organised for my week ahead. Beans that I pressure cooked up a few days ago. I love doing this with any type of bean, and I'm really just trying to get through my cupboard at the moment and just kind of get rid of things that are just sitting there, because I find that I just buy bags of beans and then I don't know what happens, they just don't get used. So I'm being very intentional with all of the food that I have on hand. I'm going to chop up some greens and throw some garlic in there, just cook them with some olive oil. Really simple. The way that I've been loving these summer farmers market trips, it's actually crazy. Like, I am there every single week getting my produce, because it's so incredible right now at this moment in time. I love Almonds, of course they all have different things to offer, but right now, like up until October, it's so special. It's like the golden moment. I always grab lots of different greens. This week I grabbed some chard and some spinach, just wash it and store it in my containers, so it's just easy to chop and go. I just feel like whenever I see cucumbers, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna juice a little bit. It just makes me want to juice. So I'll probably do that maybe today if I've got time, but probably throughout the week. I've been enjoying this really potent type of green juice without any leafy greens, just cucumber, parsley and lime. I've really been loving on that. A little bit of olive oil, the cannellini beans. There's so many good quality beans available now that it's so easy just to like pick up a jar, but there is nothing like soaking and pressure cooking your own beans. So I usually soak them, depending on the type of bean, like the time will vary and how long I soak them for, and then I will obviously give them a good rinse, place them in my pressure cooker, add a strip of kombu. It's like this Japanese sea vegetable. This is kombu. Kombu will just soften the bean, and it actually makes the beans a lot more easier to digest. Throw these greens in, throw a little bit of minced garlic in also. I sometimes like to cook the beans in bone broth, but actually the bean stock is so flavorful, so I just added in some of the stock from the beans. Beans, eggs, plantain. There's definitely something special about juicing in the summer. And I wanted to put all these cucumbers that I had to use. So I made a really simple juice using the cucumbers. I had some fresh parsley, like a big bunch of fresh parsley that actually needed using. I threw some lemons and an apple in. And I also had some of this liquid chlorophyll. It's from a brand called Kiki Health. I don't have like one of those modern fancy juicers that do everything. I have to actually sieve it. Otherwise it will be quite gritty. So I just sieved my juice and enjoyed my drink. So random, but last week I suddenly got this taste, or I wanted hemp seeds. I wanted hemp milk specifically, and I wanted strawberry hemp milk, so I made it and it was so delicious. I added in some pumpkin seeds, and I also added in some dates and some cinnamon. Really, really simple. Definitely in the wintertime, I'm not into smoothies and throwing frozen fruit and drinking kind of like relatively cold things. But since it's very, very warm here in the UK, I'm a bit more flexible. And I also kind of whiz it up so it's not freezing cold, because I can't do ice cold things. But yeah, I'm gonna make this hemp little elixir concoction, whatever you want to call it, hemp milk, strawberry hemp milk. I'm gonna make it right now, and then I'm gonna get to cooking because I am feeling kind of hungry. I did a little hot yoga this morning, so that always gets my appetite raging, and just, yeah, I'm ready to eat, I'm ready to cook. But first I want to make this hemp thing. I've got some dates which are so hard, they've been in my fridge for quite a while, so I need something very, very powerful that's gonna just break those dates down. Got some frozen strawberries. Also gonna throw some bee pollen in because I just saw some in my freezer. But yeah, might as well. I haven't had some of that for a while. Some hemp seeds. This is randomly what I'm just having a big craving for recently. Actually might just make some like plain hemp milk, add a little vanilla and cinnamon in it. But for now, I'm gonna do my strawberry thing. Got some of these pumpkin seeds, which are just heavenly, and you can only get them in the States. So I've got a few bags on hand that someone kindly brought me back. I usually just blitz it with water because the hemp seeds obviously are gonna make it creamy, the pumpkin seeds will make it creamy, but if you do wanna use some type of like almond milk, that's also fine. I do everything by eye. I will try and just kind of write like a rough ingredients list just on the screen for you. I'm gonna put 2 dates in there because this is not, yeah, it has no sweetness otherwise. I do like a little sweetness. Little touch of cinnamon. Hemp seeds for the win. I don't know what it is. I've got some eggs. I'm gonna do a quick scramble. I've also got some cooked beetroot, which I always have. I always cook up about 4 or 5 whole beetroots just in my pressure cooker. Just pour water in it, put the lid on, it does its thing. And then I just store them whole and just peel them and chop them as I go. And I've also got some cherry tomatoes as well, which I'm gonna add, or I'm gonna mix up with the beetroot and some nice olive oil. Beetroot and cherry tomato salad. I added in some olive oil, hemp seeds, lemon juice, some salt. I had a little bit of this cottage cheese. Let me show you which one it is. I'm a bit funny when it comes to cottage cheese. I don't enjoy all of them, but this one's really delicious. I found it in the big Whole Foods in Piccadilly Circus. That's the only place that I can find it. I can't even find it online anymore, but I used to have it quite a bit. Little flatbread. Me and Rachel on our way to York. We got on the wrong train. First of all, we got to the station super late, running around to try and get our train, and then we somehow jumped on a train to Cambridge. So we're just waiting at Finsbury Park, going back to King's Cross to get our actual train. But what a nightmare. York better be worth it. You've been to York before? Neither of us have been to York before, so literally you can't make it up. We've had issues with our Airbnb. That's a whole nother story time, but it's been crazy to the point where we're like, should we just go home now and just not go on this trip? But I think we're gonna go.
whole of the city centre is surrounded by walls. It used to be the capital of England before everything moved to London. So it was like obviously people wanted to protect it. It's literally just to protect everything that's in it. I don't know what to say now, the camera's on.
It looks like you're doing a
tour. I need to start charging.
like a documentary.
You gotta get those raffle tickets, man.
It's pretty historic, and there's loads of like Guy Fawkes born here. There's like we went to the pub yesterday, had a pint. Well, Dick Turpin, have you heard of him?
No.
So he was like he basically used to hold up all the stagecoaches, and like so he's basically a highway robber. And his grave is like over there as well. That's like a bit of a tourist thing. And then they do all like ghost walks and stuff. And they're a lot more knowledgeable than I am. I guess the equivalent of like
Westminster.
Yeah, Westminster.
So we're off. We're heading to the Yorkshire Dells. Joby's in his new van. Yeah, van life. And Jay and Rachel are in the back. Peace.
Sorry for me.
Oh yeah. So it's like an hour and a half drive. I've never been to Yorkshire Dells. Joby's from Yorkshire, so he's been.
Yorkshire.
And Rachel and Jay's from New York. Rachel's from London. Like we've never been, so it's gonna be a nice little drive, about an hour and a half. Yeah. So we've just parked up in a place called Malham, and it's just a lot of green, a lot of sheep, a lot of cows. We just found this waterfall. It's called Janet Foss. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Hitchin. Thank you. You're welcome. Sorry, did you want just jug?
Can I have a complete like Mark Wiens breakdown, please?
Mark Wiens?
Yeah.
I'm going to need a minute to get a face.
Okay. I love how you guys are like foodie friends. Yeah.
You got to have them. Essentially, you can't be eating on your own all the time. Mark Wiens, incoming.
Okay, let's get there.
You just gotta pop a perk first.
I don't think of often as many, but of course it's still the big
That's what he does, yeah.
Cucumber's a great addition.
Best patty you've ever had?
I won't go that far.
Okay.
That's good.
What are the flavours? Talk to me.
So like whatever this is has like a sweet.
Is that like a chutney?
Yeah, it's like some kind of like onion relish cooked down. But this like has a very like a dull sweetness that really balances out like the fattiness of this thing, because this thing was definitely force fed. Like butter and pate is like very rich, but like this like really balances it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you have to ask for sugar though.
Wow, yeah, you guys.
It's completely soft, it's completely wet, and it's warm too, right? But then they got these little pieces of the honeycomb, and the honeycomb like just gives you like a little bit of like texture dissonance. So like you get that little bit of crunch on your molars while it's kind of just like
Crunch
slurped
on
down.
your molars. Wow. Like, we've heard it all. Love it.